In this video, I want to talk about Gorilla Glue, hair, and industrial chemicals. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Anwar Youssef Dunbar, and this is Big Discussions 76, Science and Technology. First of all, please like this video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. Well, I'm back with another discussion. This is going to be a fun discussion. This is one that kind of just formed. I won't say out of nowhere because it did form out of somewhere, but I think it's a science story. Science is all around us, and the more I looked at this, I started thinking, okay, there's something scientific here to talk about. And as I'll show you, there's an organic chemistry theme here. In addition to, excuse me, in addition to product safety. So what's the source of this topic? As a blogger, I'm on social media, Facebook, Twitter, to some degree LinkedIn, to some degree Pinterest, but I spend a lot of time on Twitter, and so that's where I see a lot of what's going on and what's trending, in addition to being here on YouTube. And so a couple of days ago, I started seeing something about a woman and Gorilla Glue. So you can go look it up for yourself. I don't want to make the entire video about that, but allegedly there's a woman in Louisiana who decided to use some Gorilla Glue to glue her hair on. And to make a long story short, they've been unable to get that off her head, off her scalp. It's apparently formed some sort of rock hard formation on her head. And from what I heard last night, I was watching a live stream on Dr. Boyce Watkins' channel, hosted by the lovely Jay Arundel. I think she wears her hair naturally. I think she's a very attractive woman. But they were talking about this thing from the in the context of what kinds of things black women do to themselves, all the accessories they put on, all of the procedures that they go through to enhance their beauty and to make themselves look beautiful in their own eyes, and probably what they think society, and probably to conform to what they think society deems beautiful. That was a lot there. I hope that came out clear. But I'm going to front this video by saying this is a big deal, especially in my community and ethnic group. And I'll point you to Chris Rock's documentary, Good Hair. I just watched that a couple of months ago. I found it on Hulu by accident, and I decided to watch it, and it turned out to be very, very educational. And so, whether it's getting perms and relaxers, or getting braids, or getting extensions, and in this instance, gluing on hair, that's a $1 billion industry. It could be $1 trillion. I haven't looked at the exact figures, but it's a big business, and a lot of money is invested in this, and there are a lot of products that are sold and consumed just for image and beauty purposes. I didn't see a lot of that in my own family growing up. I heard stories, and as I got older and started to understand it, I started to see it. And I'm going to give one example here of one of my former girlfriends. I actually saw her. I actually sat there while her beautician got extensions and glued them. Since we're talking about glue, I actually watched them, or him, glue the extensions onto her hair, and I was like, wow, he's gluing hair onto her. And it looked really good when it was done. It looked very, very good on her. And a couple of weeks later, we had to take it out, and she had me help her take it out. And so there are glues for gluing hair and those kinds of things. So I've seen that's a real thing, and this is a big business. Chris Rock's documentary, it I did not know what was actually in a relaxer for perms. As a pharmacologist slash toxicologist, we're often thinking about what the active ingredients in products are, and it turns out that the active ingredient in relaxers is sodium hydroxide, which is a base. And what's interesting is that what that does is it literally relaxes the hair. You have an individual has coarse hair or very very strong hair. Melanated people, we tend to have that. And so what you do is you take something like sodium hydroxide, you put it in for a little while, and then you take it out, and the hair pretty much lays down because your hair is protein and you're denaturing the hair. And when I was in middle school, Guy and Teddy Riley and Keith Sweat and those guys were in their peaks. So some of us got the S curl. So when I had hair, I did the S curl for a little bit. But the point is, you have to take that out eventually because it starts to burn. And if you dissolve sodium hydroxide crystals in water, if you touch the side of the flask, I've done this in a lab, it starts to heat up and it gets really, really hot because what you have is an exothermic reaction that's giving off heat. Well, that's going on for many, many women, that's going on their scalps. So industrial chemicals are a part of the beauty industry. It's a big business. And I think with that, industrial chemicals and big business, I think next I'll segue into what actually happened with this woman and this Gorilla Glue. So why did this woman use Gorilla Glue on her own scalp? Well, as I just described in the first part of the video, that's actually a thing. That's how a lot of women wear their hair. And I guess to some degree men who wear toupees, I think they have a way of gluing that on as well. But Gorilla Glue is different. Gorilla Glue, when I think of Gorilla Glue, I think of super glue. And I have vivid memories as a child of us having super glue around the household, or crazy glue. It has a distinct smell, it has a distinct odor, and it's clear. And I have vivid memories of getting that stuff on my fingers, and then I couldn't get my fingers apart. And then my mother had to come and use some of her nail polish remover. She'd, put that on my fingers and, I'd rub them around. And then, fortunately, in a short period of time, I'd be able to separate my fingers again. But let's go back to active ingredients and what's in some of these things. So, nail polish remover, one of the key ingredients in nail polish remover is actually acetone, which is an organic molecule, meaning that it has a carbon backbone. But acetone is an industrial chemical. It can be used as an industrial chemical in certain reactions, and so it's volatile. When you open up a container that contains acetone, you can smell it immediately. It has a distinct smell, and it's not. Here's the thing: it's not meant to be on your skin for long periods of time. So in terms of the Gorilla Glue, I was thinking last night, and I was wondering, okay, what is actually in this Gorilla Glue that made this woman's hair so rock hard, and why does she now have to have a plastic surgeon come in to do something to rectify this situation? Well, it turns out the active ingredients in Gorilla Glue, and you can look this up yourself, is polyurethane adhesives. So if you look at the structure, we're going to put our chemistry hats on now. I'm going to show this cartoon here, or this reaction here. This shows you how polyurethane adhesives are made. So you have, and these are used in a lot of different things. a lot of different products like foams. There's a whole list of them on Wikipedia you could look up for yourself, but this is the reaction here. You have the monomer. It's a monomer which has the monomers are actually called diphenylmethane isocyanates. And so you have that a little methane group in the middle, which is the C. You have the two phenyl groups, which are the two ring structures, and you have the isocyanate groups, which are right there on the end. You can make long structures of polyurethanes in a reaction here with this dialcohol, and that's how you make these long chains of it. But it turns out that the monomer is actually the key ingredient in the Gorilla Glue. So this is what actually is in the Gorilla Glue that is rock solid on this woman's head. It's very, very interesting. So I think pharmacologists and a toxicologist, our thought process is what is in these products, what are in these products that either make them beneficial from a therapeutic standpoint or what makes them toxic. And so when you think about industrial chemicals are used to make things and to build things, and in this instance to repair things, and in this instance to make things stick together. So this is a very, very, very strong adhesive, much more stronger than the glues that are sold to for cosmetic purposes. So I think this is a warning, and it's a cautionary tale to everyone else. And I think this underscores the importance of reading and comprehension. And I believe this woman was a school teacher. So it's important to pick something up before you use it and take a look and see, okay, is this designed for this? Is this what this is used for? And also, what are the health hazards to me using this product? As I was looking at social media, one of the things that the hospital was trying to do was use other industrial chemicals like acetone to get that mixture off of her scalp and off of her head. So once again, acetone is also an industrial chemical. It's organic, but it's industrial, and it's not supposed to be on your skin for long periods of time because they're using it to dissolve whatever is in the Gorilla Glue. So I just wanted to make a short video on this. There's a science story in everything, and this, in my eyes, is a chemistry story. I didn't make this to demonize this woman. She has to, I believe, have a plastic surgery now, but there was something chemistry and science related in this. Please let me know what you think in the comments section below. Please like this video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. If you want to put something in the tip jar, that information is below this video as well. And as always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Take care, and I'll talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.